Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a couple people ask me about this, so we're going to go ahead and do the video. It's kind of been shown in some videos that I've done in the past, but I've had a few people ask me, Brian, how do you clean your Ruger AR or your AR15 in general? So, we have the Ruger MPR out. I've had a couple people ask me how to do this, so let's go ahead and get into it. The tools that you're going to need, I use a punch set. Alright? Yes, I understand not everybody has a fancy gunsmithing tools. This is just a standard Wheeler gunsmith punch set. Okay? It's got all your punches, your hammers, stuff like that. You're going to need that. You're going to need a brush. Not a wire brush. If you get a wire brush, make sure it's not going to scratch or damage your firearm. I use a copper brush. Cleaning solvent. A lot of y'all going to bitch complain about this. Brian, what the fuck you doing with WD-40? Well, guess what? I've used WD-40 on my firearms for many years. Never had any problem out of it. You can use Hoppy's No. 9, which I happen to use when I clean my bores. If I have something that's extremely dirty, yes, I'll use Hoppy's No. 9. For general cleaning, I use WD-40 or something of that nature. You can use Hoppy's No. 9. You can use Remington's Rim Oil. I use WD-40. Sometimes I use PB Blaster inside the rifling. It's not really going to matter, okay? Next, you're going to need cloth. I use regular paper towels. Okay, and then your most important is your rod and your brush, your chamber and your bore brush. Now, if you happen to have a military style cleaning kit, that's going to be the best thing for you. You buy these things, they're very cheap. You can get them for like 10, 11, 12 bucks. It's got all your cleaning rods in it, and then down inside, like mine's got extra casings. It's got your chamber brush, and somewhere in this son of a bitch is, well, I must have taken mine out. Somewhere in here or inside the ammo can is the bore, the brush go down inside your rifle and down inside the barrel. Now, this rifle is a little bit dirty inside the carrier, so I'll show you how to clean the carrier. I'm not going to clean the barrel out because I know the barrel is clean. Last time I took this out, I snaked it when I got it up to the house. So, and I mean, it's pretty damn self-explanatory if you don't know how to clean the barrel. There are thousands of videos of how to do that. So, like always, make sure your gun is unloaded. Take the magazine out. Magazine's unloaded. Physically, visually, and mechanically inspect that this gun is unloaded. Okay? Never, ever, ever trust that a gun is unloaded just because you pulled that bolt back. You could have a casing stuck inside that chamber and you'd not know it. So, always physically, visually, and mechanically check that that rifle is unloaded. Now, I know that this rifle is unloaded, so we're okay to play. There's a couple different ways that you can close the bolt on this weapon. You can either hit your magazine release and it slams your bolt forward. I'm just as guilty of doing that myself. A lot of times, just like bolt actions, I don't really like slamming stuff closed. So what I will do, I will pull my charging handle all the way back until it clicks, and then I'll slowly let it down. So, on the left side of your rifle, if you're right-handed, you shoulder this gun on your right shoulder. Takedown pins are going to be on the left-hand side. Okay? Let's get our pin, get our punch out here. So here's your safety selector. Okay? Right behind your safety selector up at the top is your rear takedown pin right here. Okay? All you're going to do, push it in. Okay? On the other side, well, mine pushed all the way out. On the other side, if it isn't pushed all the way out, all you're going to do is pull it out. At this point, you do not have to disassemble your firearm any further unless you absolutely want to. If you want to disassemble this firearm any further, there is a front takedown pin right here at the front of your lower receiver. All you would do, push it straight forward. Okay, pin will come out. Your lower receiver will literally disassemble from the upper receiver. All right, so that is all there is to it. Okay, and to put it back together, just realign the holes on the front, push your pin back through. As I'm having trouble with it right now. What the hell is going on here? Get this dust cover out of the way. All you're going to do is just realign your holes. Come on, you bastard. Reline the holes, stick it back in there. Alright, so after you take your rear takedown pin out, all you're going to do is take your charging handle, start to pull it back. Okay? Your bolt carrier group will come out. Just pull it straight out. Pull your charging handle back until it stops and pull down. Okay? So at this point, what we're mainly concerned about right now is your bolt carrier. Set it down. So now, right now, we're mainly concerned about your bolt carrier group. It's the main thing that you need to clean. Keep clean, keep oiled. So, there are two ways to do this. If you have a punch set, it makes it a little easier. If you don't have a punch set, an ink pen works fine. So, disassembling this, and I can tell mine is a little bit dirty, so that's okay. Disassemble this bolt carrier group. Again, shouldering the rifle when you're shouldering the rifle, your cotter pin is going to be on the left hand side, right here. Okay? All you're going to do, take your ink pen or a small punch, start to pull that pin out, that cotter pin. Okay, you don't have to pull it all the way out, just enough where you can see the ears on it. Okay, pull it straight up. That's what it's going to look like. Do not lose this. This is a very important part of the bolt carrier group. If you happen to lose it, that's fine. You can, they're readily available. You can buy them. Okay, so after that, you have your firing pin right here, right down inside. Okay. It will literally, you can grab it with your fingers. Sometimes you can just slam the back of your bolt carrier group on your hand and it will fall right out. Now I've said this before in other videos. These things are fairly cheap. Okay, you should always have an extra one of these in case you were to break one. Just buy one. Keep it in your gun cabinet. Keep it in your gun safe. Always have an extra one. They're nice to have. Okay, so now that our firing pin is out and I'm done inspecting it, the next thing you're going to do, you have this cam lobe right here. Okay, see it? See how it's elongated? And obviously it's not going to come out. What you need to do is rotate this cam. You need to take and rotate this cam so that it will fall out. Okay. Let's see if I can get it turned here for you. A lot of times you can do it with your fingers. Alright, so now I'll get you in the light. See how it's going a long ways with the bolt now? Alright, so now there's two different ways that you can disassemble this. Take your small pick or your ink pen. You can pull it straight out like I am. If you don't have something to pull it out, here's another trick. take your bolt carrier group, slap it in your hand, it'll fall right out. If for some reason this is in here and you cannot get it to come out, there is a trick that you can use other than getting something in behind it and pulling it out, which is going to be my best recommendation. Just go in behind here with a slot, where the slot is. Let's see if I can get you where you can see what the hell is going on. There's a slot right here, and you can get in behind it, and you can just pull it straight out, okay? Or you can take a pair of needle nose pliers and pull it out. Most of the time you slap it in your hand, it'll fall right out. Lastly, your bolt face. It will pull straight out. Sometimes you get them and they'll pull out to about this point, and the bolt face will not come. It feels like it's stuck and it won't come out. All you got to do is grab this firm in your hands and pull it straight out. What is catching is this ring on here. So that is all there is to that. Now we start the cleaning process. What I do, I take a clean cloth and I soak it in my oil, and I just sit here and I literally start just cleaning your parts. All right, it's time consuming. It's going to take a while, and watch this, because you'll be amazed how much junk will come off these things. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes off these. And my bolt carrier group already looks a lot better. Or my bolt face already starts to look better. So once you clean that part, flip your rag over, find a clean spot, put a little bit more oil on it, which I'm starting to run out of WD-40. Do your load pin, clean it up. All right. Now you can sit here and be completely tedious and clean these until you absolutely have no gunpowder or residue left on your rag, which is awesome. But if you're firing these things all the time like I do, a real good deep clean only happens every so often. Most of the time it's just clean down, wipe and go. Firing pin's done. That rag's pretty much trashed now. Get another clean one. Now, bolt carrier group. This is where your brush is going to come in. The inside of this bolt carrier group is completely nasty and filthy. You want to dip your brush in some solvent, set here, start cleaning this out. You can also use this brush on your bolt face if it's got a lot of like junk inside of it. You sit there, clean it like this. Mine actually looks very good and decent, but I also regularly clean mine. Keeping your rifle clean, people, is a crucial part of this gun running and working the way that it should. So it's very important that you always keep your firearms somewhat clean. If you don't at least take them and wipe them out every once in a while, at least do that. I mean, look, that's one little wipe inside of this bolt carrier. Alright, so let's just assume that I'm done. I run a little bit of oil, a little bit of stuff on the side. Just clean it up just a little bit more. We'll just clean it up a little bit better than that. Something that you can do, that I have done in the past, take your rag, run it down inside the face of your bolt, and just kind of twist it in a motion, cleaning out. And I'm going to show you here in a second what I'm getting at, because these things can get nasty inside. Just kind of stick it in there, rotate it around until you feel the rag bottom out of the back. Look how much junk is down inside of here. Alright, so don't ever forget to clean that out either. It actually looks really good now. I will run just a little bit of oil in, get what's left out. Now is reassembly, okay? Now I know I didn't go through and fully clean this thing out because we're at 15 minutes now. I kind of wanted to keep this thing a little short. So the first thing you're going to do, reassemble your bolt face down inside. If you can see it, this hole has to be in line with the hole in the top, or else you will never get your load pin, your cam pin, to go back in. Okay, so now we installed our bolt face. Next thing is going to be our load pin. Load pin, install in long ways, the same that you took it out. Okay, install it long ways, then you can turn it. So where it is now up and down with the bolt. Next is firing pin. Firing pin goes down inside the back. There is a hole. It will drop right down inside. The whole reason that this cam pin has to be turned is there's a hole inside of it. Your firing pin falls down inside through and makes contact with the bolt face. Lastly is this little bastard. This thing can be a pain in the ass, especially if the ends are split like you can see mine are. This thing goes back in the same hole. Now you push it in and oh my god, it won't go all the way through. Don't worry about it. You're going to have to sit here and you're going to have to twist it, play with it, and it will go right back in. Now, sit here, function check it, make sure that everything moves freely. I always kind of give me one little dab of oil down inside of here, which it seems like I'm spraying a lot, but I'm not getting anything because, like I said earlier, my WD-40 is just about all done. There we go. Cleaning excess off, wiping your bolt down, making sure it is nice, smooth, clean. And now all we have left is reassembly of the firearm. Now, bolt carrier, the easiest way to go about doing this, charging handle goes in first. Stick it in, holding it up. You hear it click. Bolt face or bolt carrier group goes inside. Takedown pin, function check. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You just cleaned your AR. There's nothing hard about this at all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I can help walk you through any questions that you may have, but it's not a hard task. And it's a very important part of owning a firearm. You need to know how to clean and maintain your firearms. I'm not saying be gun-ho gunsmith, take them completely apart, rip the trigger group out, and all that kind of stuff, but at least know how to clean them and keep them maintained. So like always, guys, y'all are awesome. I love you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. Until next time, guys, y'all are awesome, and I'll see you later.